So President applicant Meral Aksener is departure of city to city collecting these colorful trimming of fabric, named as Yemen, of her supporters. The 61-year-old is guideline which she telephone call the Yemen coup to give an end to the aggressive of Turkey policy. If she becomes the one to eventually end CEO Recep Tayyip Erdogan's length rule, she will put the headscarves on screen in Kankaya, the ex-president castle in Ankara. Several overseas urge Aksener Turkey's fairest dame, but other at household urge her Asena, a mythic dark blue she-wolf how led Turkish tribes off of risk. But down there are some names she prefers. Several human beings urge me sibling, but down there are lot youthful human beings who urge me mom Meral, and I love creature a mom, Aksener told. Aksener is the just female fleeing for CEO in the June 24 elections, but her circulation is not relying exclusively on her sort. Her prudent and long nationalist authorities are which to her largest potential to bait supporting of Erdogan's basis, although she polls tertiary. The major opposition applicant, Muharrem İnce, is in other location and has galvanized his own center-left basis. But he is hardly to break the prudent voice in the way Aksener can. Aksener's growth. Aksener and her stipulated coup include bin figure crowds through Turkey. Female at the Adana gathering willingly presented their headscarves up to the applicant on phase. Esra Demirkol, a ardent advocate who waited for several hours to get a picture, jumped on phase to hug the applicant. To the next, for our guys, for our nation for lot reasons, I will voice for Meral Aksener. A female's concern makes all superior. I wish a mom to guideline our nation, told a out-of-breath Demirkol as she refundable of phase. Aksener's EI side, nice side, is new to the policy stage, but Aksener is a vet political figure. She serviced as Interior Design Secretary for 8 months at the altitude of the filthy war versus Kurd separatists while human rights atrocity were wild in Turkey. While surveyed on such concoction, Aksener is daring, pretending down there was not a solitary human rights infringement by the government for her period as secretary. Down there was a human rights team at such times, they were publication inclusive for lacking human beings. I shipped them a signed document proverb, allow us searching for yours lacking along. And they did not include any some print for the otherwise of my ministry time, she told. But for her skimp as Interior Design Secretary, she as well obtained credibility for permanent up to the war, that tested to topple the citizen by the government in the 1997 as called position modern coup. One day once again, it is her disobedience how is fueling her popular, Aksener ruined in her long nationalist motion side, MHP, recent year above its association in the CEO. We do not include checks and balances. Aksener, love all the opposition candidates, has vowed to coil behind a changing to Turkey's policy framework how Erdogan won recent year in a plebiscite. He was wide charged of a 4 C's in the voice, in that he desired to changing the nation's parliament framework to an execution president a giver oneself sweep new powers. The voice was seen as unjust, as his by the government has concluded dissidents and crushed the complementary print next to unsuccessful coup in 2016. He won by a tight profit, and a drastic changing to Turkey's framework will go in impact following the poll. I include been fighting in Erdogan and his extrajudicial behavior for the recent couple and a half, 3 year, Aksener told. This elections we are departure in, it is which Erdogan wants. It is not a president framework as in West democracies. We do not include checks and balances. In INS voting other, Aksener may not be the opposition applicant to person off versus Erdogan, should the voice go to a work-off circle. But she has already been instrument in shaping the poll. In the early president voice, opposition parties streaky along to behind a solitary applicant to problem the position. The period about, Aksener rejected to accede and announced her own candidate. Quickly some opposition parties accompanied and put striker their powerful candidates, give her more than options for human beings to voice versus Erdogan. Opposition parties consisting Akseners include devoted to supporting who many faces off in Erdogan, should the voice go to a other circle. Mustafa Kosalar, a 76-year-old advocate of MHP, Aksener's ex-side, will behind the EI side following many decades of customer loyalty. He fears how Turkey will end up a man dictator. Love Bashar Assad, love Hafez Assad, love Mohammed Morsi, love Muammar Gaddafi by Erdogan's guideline. He is looking to Aksener to retain the nation's democratic state and hinder the changing to Turkey's policy framework. We do not wish a man guideline, he told at the gathering in Adana. We wish our republic, democratic state and parliament to feature as it is present. We wish our members of parliament to include a tell. In the new framework, they win tea. Which Aksener is promise is a new sunrise for her nation. Her EI side's dark blue logotype is emblazoned in a gold sunshine, promise the hopefulness of a new motion. While elector Güler Yasa in Adana is requested why she supports Aksener, she refers to the logotype. Since she is lathe her person to the sunshine. She will do a new sun growth above our nation, Yasa told.